Hi, how are you? Matt Watson here from carwow. What is the performance difference between the new Toyota GR86 compared to the old Toyota GT86 compared to the OG, the AE86 over a standing quarter mile? Well, we're going to find out because I'm going to drag race all three cars. So let me tell you about the GR86. It has a 2.4 litre naturally aspirated 4-cylinder boxer engine that puts out 234 horsepower and not 500 newton meters of torque at all. Try half that. 250 newton meters of torque. Drives the rear wheels via a 6-speed manual gearbox. It's not actually that heavy, weighs 1,270 kilos, and the price, I think it's good value for money at £30,000, though good luck buying one. They're all sold out, which means if you want to buy one, you have to pay somewhere a lot more than the list price. Anyway, let's find out about the GT86. And we've got a guest driver. It is Ben Collins, the former Stig.
How are you?
I'm good, mate. I'm loving it in this little thing. I've got this Victorian handle, an original handbrake, manual transmission, 6-speed. This thing is a proper bit of kit.
This is pretty much the same car. Similar chassis, and they just put a bigger engine in this. What engine's in your car?
I've got this little 2-litre 4-cylinder boxer engine popping out 200 horsepower, slightly more than that in newton meters, 205. With a light car like this, it's as much power as you need. Of course, the new car's bound to weigh more, isn't it?
Not by much though, it's just like 30 kilos difference. Price-wise, I think when that was new, that's a 2015 car, it was like £25,000. Now you can pick one up for about £16,000. And you know that AE86? That's as much as this brand new GR86. That's worth about £30,000 now.
That is an absolute diamond. So I'd love to have a go in that at some point.
So that's from 1985. It was about £9,000 for the equivalent version that we got in the UK. It's got a little 1.6 litre fuel injected engine, 4-cylinder, puts out 124 horsepower and 145 newton meters of torque. That car's a 5-speed manual gearbox driving the rear wheels. But the thing about that, lightness, 970 kilos.
Impressive, but I still think he's going to get smoked.
They'll have more traction, they've got more power. That GT's got you driving it.
And you're a racing driver, so you should be able to launch it.
The track is wet, but they haven't got loads of power, so hopefully it won't matter that much.
Bit of feather control on the clutch. With this much horsepower, we're not going to be spinning the wheels for ages.
Feather control on the clutch. What's that? Oh dear, I'm a bit worried now. Anyway, if you like this kind of drag race videos and you haven't done so already, make sure you subscribe to this channel. Do it! Do it now and hit the bell icon to turn your notifications on. That way you won't miss a single upload. I'm not going anywhere until you've done it, until you're subscribed. Actually, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to let you see the stats of these cars side by side, and we'll say thanks to Ross, who has sorted us out these cars. I've put his Instagram on the screen and in the description. Go stalk him now. Tell him thanks for letting carwow the cars, sorting them out and all that. Right, should we get on with it?
Buy, sell,
carwow.
Now before we race, we're going to do the customary carwow sound check. So I'm going to rev up this GR86. Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah. Well, I quite like the childish shift up light. Go on, you have a go. Surprise, surprise, the 4-cylinder boxer engines sound the same.
For some reason though, this sounds like it's more aggressive. I mean, I'm not going to be starting on the red line because it's wet, but were it dry, could be a different story.
So would you, if it was dry, would you just be right up there and then just dump the clutch?
Quite possibly, yeah.
So a lot of people are concerned about clutch dumpage. Is it actually better to dump the clutch than like feather it out?
You get a bit of slip with it, but I reckon, yeah, you could be well high up, creeping on the clutch and then let the whole thing out in one.
Okay, but now, with the slippery surface, not so much.
No, not so much, but I'm not going to tell you how many revs I'm using.
Oh!
Do that.
Oh, I need some tuition, Ben. Do you know what I forgot to do? Well, let's have a listen to the old AE86. Go on, rev it up. That's such a sweet sounding little twin cam engine. Really, really nice. I'm not going to go with the dump clutch idea. I'm going to go with a nice smooth roll on.
3, 2, 1.
Beat Ben off the line.
Oh dear.
That's a good time.
Oh dear.
It's a really good time. Woo! Not gonna lie, Ben, I absolutely destroyed you.
You did, but you're going to give me a second shot, aren't you?
Oh, I don't know if I'm gonna do a better launch than that. That's the only problem. That was so good.
To me, it looked like a perfect launch, and then the power got going as well. I'd love to try something different with this one. So I had my traction off, and that didn't really work very well because it wheel spun and then it bogged. So I might try something different.
Ugh.
Come on, you know you want to.
Okay.
We're not going to talk about the AE86, the OG, the granddad that was ahead of the GT at the 8th mile.
What? Ben! You let yourself down. You got beaten off the blooming line by that old timer.
I'm just going to head out of here, I think it's best.
I guess we've got to do it again. So Ben, what I did, actually I won't tell you what I did. You weren't going to tell me what you were going to do. So I'm going to keep my methodology secret.
I think you're using revs and traction on.
Wrong. I'm using it in sports, traction off and just pulling away. You don't know that. I won't tell him. I want to win.
3, 2, 1.
Oh, don't bog! Don't bog! It bogged!
Got him again. So it's the AE86. What's going on, Ben?
Ah!
What's your excuse this time?
No excuses. To be fair, I mean, you guys are making great launches. I mean, that's about as good as I can get off the line with this thing. I've tried 2 different ways, both failed. It just bogs. It basically spins its tyres off the line and then bogs down, and you guys just go forward like vultures.
I'll tell you what I'm doing. I've got traction off. I've got bugger all revs on the handbrake and then just accelerating. That's my trick, Ben. I've given you the detail. Try again.
3, 2, 1.
Oh, for Pete's sake!
Bit of a spin there. Woohoo, we're off.
Oh, come on!
Did you use my technique?
So I started the way you're doing it now. I've tried it with the traction off, with it on. It's the same problem each time. It just bogs and won't go. On that one, perhaps because it's lighter and maybe it has got more torque than this, it just gets going.
This car's a bit heavier than yours, but it's got quite a bit more torque, 250 compared to 200 newton meters, so that's quite a jump considering it's only like 30 kilos heavier. Well, there you go. The launch on that ain't great.
It's obvious that they've done more than just tune the engine. Maybe they've done some more with the suspension as well, and it's just putting the power down well.
And maybe the upgrade to Michelin Pilot Sport 4S tyres. Did you beat the A86?
Eventually. To be fair, he's been nailing me every time. It's quite consistent and depressing, but it was close. It was probably the closer of the 3.
So then, what exactly happened? Well, the GR86 won, completing the standing quarter mile in 14.6 seconds. The GT86 came second, taking 16.5 seconds, and the AE86 was last, crossing the line in 16.9 seconds.
Seeing as you struggle so much getting that car off the line, despite being a professional,
What would you like to do?
a rolling quarter mile starting in first gear, so it takes that initial launch out of the equation.
Yes, please.
Well, I'm being generous. Would you like to tell everybody about your own YouTube channel where they can see you getting into crazy stuff? I think you're putting a lap time in something around the old Top Gear test track, haven't you?
I have, yep. So over on Ben Collins Drives, I've been doing some good fun reviews and went back to the Top Gear track, which was wicked in my Praga. So yeah, let's get you around there yourself.
We should do that. Go check it out. Go subscribe there. All right. Ready, everybody on me? Stay level. Bit of wheel spin there. This is so much quicker. You can really see the difference.
But I beat the old codger at least.
Really see the difference. Oh my gosh, you can really see the difference between the performance of these two engines, can't you, Ben?
Yeah, the power band on this is really fragile. Any small thing you get wrong, it really punishes you. You just lose momentum, whereas yours seems so strong.
400cc extra, 34 horsepower more, which isn't loads, but it's that torque, 250 newton meters, and I think it's just a much wider spread of torque as well, which makes it so much easier. Anyway, AE86, considering 20 years between the GT and the AE, it's not that far behind, is it? And it's giving away like half a litre.
I am so impressed by this car. I know it's famous for just being brilliant on a twisty mountain road, and the last thing I expected it to be good at is drag race, but it has kept you guys honest. I'm so impressed by it.
FYI, it hasn't kept me honest at all. I was just way ahead, mate. Acknowledge that, please.
I think that car of yours is wicked. It's the car that this always was meant to be in a way.
They've just honed it into perfection.
The man's got it right. Okay, now we're going for a rolling race from 50 miles an hour, cars in third gear. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, look at that. That's interesting. Look at it, just gapping the GT. Keeps on gapping.
Matt is just loving it. He's up there, gloating.
Now, Ben, that says it all, because your car should have been in its power band there, and this just walked away, didn't it?
Yeah. I mean, the old Codger, I think that was where it was weakest. Pure power basis, it just couldn't keep up, could it?
No, but you can really see the torque benefit of this new engine, this 2.4 over that 2 litre in the GT86. Where is the power band on that car, do you know? Where does it feel? Was 4.5 about right?
For this, that's about it. It is a brief, fleeting moment. And I think what's great with the one you're driving is it's just that much more versatile. It's all through the red range, isn't it?
It really is. Now, if you'd like to see me drag race some GR Supras, including a Mark IV Supra, click on the pop-out banner up there for the link in the description below. If not, stay with me. We're going to do a brake test. So we're going to cruise at 70 miles an hour, and when we reach that line, we're going to do a full emergency stop, and we'll see which car stops in the shortest distance. Both the GT86 and the GR86 have ABS. Obviously the old AE86 doesn't. So it's going to require a bit more skill not to lock up its brakes. We're just going to do a full emergency stop. Let's see what happens. Here comes the line. Well, there we go. So the two modern cars stopped in very similar distances because similar weight, similar chassis and ABS. Whereas the old car without ABS, you can really see the benefit of ABS, can't you?
I was surprised by that, but yes, I think if the track had been dry, he'd have stopped a lot shorter, even with the wheels locked. But in the wet, you're right, it's just doubled his braking distance, hasn't it?
And that is why all new cars have had to have ABS for blooming ages. That's the reason there. Anyway, I hope you'll enjoy the video. If you did, give it a like. Let me know in the comments below. The GoPro's gone mad. It's just shut down. It's had enough. It doesn't realise that we haven't called cut yet, and it's just cut itself. Anyhow, let me know in the comments below which of these three cars you would rather own. GR86, GT86 or AE86. If you want to watch some more videos, click on the windows there, and if you click on that box there, you can go to CarWow to sell your car the easy way. Thanks for watching.